up the world of the living? My name is Zloyxp and welcome back to Truly Bedrock. Well, I'm gonna start this quick episode by showcasing the changes I made to our bot in the meantime, between the videos, and of course addressing some comments that you guys left with some help and some advice that I requested. And I forgot to open the comments, the page for the comments. There we go. Crisis averted. Well, first and foremost, I have to admire you guys. Thank you so much for you know, the nice comments about the blueprint mode thing. I'm glad you enjoyed that, and about how the bot is coming together. Some of you found some of the ideas I had incredibly interesting, and I'm glad about that. But I also found your ideas interesting, so let's just quickly talk about most of it. So, several people told me to make the bot longer. You can check it out, I already did that. But one person in particular told me that I should close the bot off on the back side, which would definitely help out with the hollow view of it. The problem there is basic logic. You see, whenever you are passing through the water, right, using Riptide, which is exactly the propelling way of movement using this bot, the problem is that you are indeed passing through the water, meaning that if the water will have nowhere to go, then the entire mechanism will not work and it will be incredibly silly. If I block off the back side of it, then that back side will instantly be torn apart the first time we use a Riptide on the Trident. Second of all, I still made the entire thing longer, especially the Trident itself, and it looks pretty friggin' cool if you ask me. Now, one of my Russian subscribers pointed out that the entire thing kinda looks silly because the sides used to be empty. Now that I added little wheels that will kind of, you know, allow the bot to move when we are not riptiding, you know, at a much slower pace, and allow us to kind of modify our trajectory left and right by utilizing just one wheel at a time. Now that that's in place, it all actually looks pretty friggin' good. The problem I personally right now have with it is, well, it looks tiny bit too modern. You see, the idea with the Trident being halfway in the water constantly means that when we're basically doing this, we're not really swimming, we're not really sailing either, we're hydroplaning. And hydroplaning boats are a thing, but they are a thing in a much more modern environment. And here, I would have a very modern boat, mind you. But the problem is that we're using materials such as wood, planks, you know, logs, that kind of stuff. Cogwheel, steam power, which, yes, one of the subscribers even suggested we use diesel power to power this thing, and I will address that later. But yeah, you can basically tell, the more modern shape, the more streamlined, aggressive design of it, which even right now is applied to the bot, does not really go with that type of material. Those materials kind of endear us to more of a medieval feel. Meanwhile, more modern designs require plastic, steel, that kind of stuff. At the same time, that is why, say, the smokestacks I added are vertical and not diagonal as I planned on the original sketch, because I tried diagonal stacks. Heck, at one point I even found myself adding a spoiler to the side of the bot, after which I realized, oh my god, I just added a spoiler to a bot, which are a thing, mind you, on speedboats nowadays, but not on tugboats like this one. And this is where we come to that another thing that I pointed out, about this being basically a tugboat. You see, the reason we are using steam power and not diesel power, and not, like, you know, the 4-cylinder engine, is actually not just because we're trying to keep up with the Minecraft aesthetic. It's because we're trying also to keep up with the Minecraft logic. So this is not me necessarily calling you out, guys, on the diesel idea. It's just I have to explain why exactly we're using the Trident and the steam power particular. You see, blazes are infinite potential source of heat if we do in fact add blazes to the engine and not just gonna run on coal like, you know, prehistoric people. Blazes are basically infinite amount of energy of heat, and the ocean is basically an infinite amount of water, which are the two things that the steam engines ultimately run on. Meanwhile, the Trident itself is also basically not an infinite engine, but quite sizable one and quite a long one too. So this big guy is gonna serve us for quite a while. My point is, those two, that makes those two sorts of engines and sorts of movement basically infinitely renewable for us. Diesel requires diesel fuel. For cylinder requires oil. Both of these things don't actually exist in Minecraft, unlike water, heat, and Trident propellant. So you get my point. I'm not just going off of a Minecraft logic, I'm going off of the logic of we need this bot to last for a while because we need to roleplay our way into the next season, and we don't know how long of a trip that's gonna be. That being said, I'm quite proud of this design we already have. It is looking pretty much exactly how I want it to look, except there are three basically, well, there are two main complaints about it. First, it doesn't look kind of, you know, vicious enough for my taste. Now, it already has something going with the two fangs it has at the very front, which implied that we could potentially just freaking kamikaze this bot into somebody else's vessel and just pierce it with our bot and with a trident that is inside of it. At the same time, there is another idea, and that idea is that this bot will have to last us for a long while, and we have a lot of supplies actually. Now, most of those supplies can be packed into shulker boxes, but some of them, like ghasts or animals, we will have to kind of store on the boat itself. And you can kind of see that it is a fairly small vessel and it doesn't have space. So we might need to make this thing larger. And kind of larger for like the sake of both of those arguments. We need to make it bigger so it looks more intimidating. And we need to make it bigger potentially to fit more crap in it. And those two complaints, I feel I got two people that can address, help me address. We had DaphneElaine, who is an incredible builder, and I'm pretty sure she could help me with the general feel and general, you know, at the very least, gather ideas on how to make the bot look exactly how I want it to look. And Silentwisperer, who is, well, the redstone guy, and who will probably help me with both weaponry for this thing, because we will obviously need to sink somebody else's boat on the way out there, and of course with the more redstone parts of it. This thing needs to be a tiny bit more alive, and we'll see what we can do about that. However, before we do any of that, I actually need to go take a quick break from this. First of all, to recharge my creative batteries, and second of all, to kind of take a quick rest from this project, because working on the same thing for too long is bad for your creative juices. Guys, there happens to be a little bit of an emergency around, or there is on the planet Zloy, as I like to call my life. And that emergency needs to be addressed. FoxyNoTail is having himself a comeback. You see, this guy recently had a near-death experience, or so I thought, and as a result he decided to just turn his life around, got himself a bunch of diamonds, and basically kind of got himself together, really, and I'm quite proud of him. I honestly am. I'm all for a good comeback story. I'm all for a person living his best life. It's always in my interests for my fellow server mates to be successful and happy and all that kind of stuff. However, this also means that he has finally diamonds. Yeah, he got diamonds now. He finally has diamonds to pay me back the ransom. So in this video, I want to remind him just how close he is to getting his ship back. And also how actually, you know, not close he is in the slightest, because again, I'm not giving it back. Hey guys, you mind coming with me for a second? Yeah, just Just kinda, let me, So here we are back at SlackLizard's super mega amazing farm of basically everything there is to farm. There are golems being found right now as we speak, and there are cactuses being probably built by, what's his face, Prowl or something. I don't remember who built what at this point, but what I do remember is that at particular coordinates around here, I might have buried somebody else's ship. As soon as I find the ship of dreams, we're gonna hide it like we never hid before. There it is. And thank you, Slack. Much obliged. So I'm just gonna leave this ship right here by the Elder Guardians, where the mining fatigue will not allow Foxy to progress and dig it out as easily. But why do that when I can easily just hide it right under his nose? Basically in front of his base, right behind his back. Is that not ironic? Or should I hide it here on a really remote location where I totally am not gonna swap it for either of those creepers right after I'm done recording this clip? Or maybe, just maybe, I could hide one right at my own base? Because seriously, why not? Where else would he expect to find one?
Yes. Where are you at right now?
I'm on the thing. Hi, hello. On the other thing. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Hey, Silent.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. Hiding Fox's sheep all over the place. Might have fallen into a lava lake in the nether. You know, the regular.
Oh, well that's no good.
It really
But I guess
isn't.
we're already undead, so it's not too big of a deal.
Yep. Not the first time, not the last time.
Yep.
So how long ago have you actually taken a look at the island that you actually live on?
It's been a while. I've been avoiding everything, but I did just notice all of our sheep died. What happened to them?
I'm guessing lightning, because...
But you have that ugly, like, lightning shield up there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a cloud. Apparently, it also operates on the cloud rules. I have no idea what happened there.
Well, poor sheep. But this place has actually come along quite nicely. We got, like, little bits of shipwrecks over here. You killed a giant drown.
No, I
That must
kind
have
of
been
fished
fun.
him out, and it's
You
moderately...
decapitated the guy.
It's
I mean-
moderately still alive. It talks to me every now and again. Mostly
It
complains.
looks like Hero Brian.
Don't go all 2011 on me.
I know, but it does.
Was Minecraft even a thing in 2011? It's
I think it
nearly
was.
10
It's
years.
like
so
10
it
years
was.
old.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was. It must have been. Point being that I got ourselves a vessel. Let's put it that way. It doesn't
Yeah, you broke
swim
the
as
entire
of
ship
yet.
already.
Yeah, because it lacks
Ooh.
crucial components, particularly an Riptide enchant on the giant trident going through the center of it.
Oh, so this
And-
trident was from the Hero Brian over there.
Yeah, the guy's still whining about it every now and again.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He wasn't doing anything fun with it anyway, so it doesn't count. So, the idea here is that this giant trident went right-click, so don't touch it, probably, before.
Okay.
Should propel the entire vessel forwards however many blocks, and that's how we're gonna roleplay our way into the Season 1.
I love it.
Yeah. Frankly, we are right now way closer to leaving the islands than, say, Gruva with his ginormous turtle that he doesn't know how to convince to move.
Yeah,
Because...
his turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All we need to do is we need to drop a Riptide enchantment onto that trident somehow. I have no idea where we're gonna get a book that big or an anvil that hard. And... what?
Yeah. I'm currently in the process of making 4 iron farms, so I think we got the anvil done. We just need to figure out the giant riptide. Maybe this guy has some giant enchanter friends.
I don't know, I mean, don't we have like the most powerful experience farm on the server?
Pretty much. But the giant riptide, that's the problem.
Yeah, we'll solve it. Maybe like we can substitute it with like a ton of Riptide books that and
Oh,
I'm
fair
pretty sure
enough.
people have more of it. Anyway, and also additionally, it's supposed to have a steam engine in it, for which I would need to catch up a couple of blazes. So this thing is gonna burn down like 5 times before I do that.
Uh, okay, so the blazes are gonna be fun. Did you leave room for a ghast on it by chance?
I mean, this entire thing is all we got, and it's hollow inside, so I have no idea where to put the gas cannon. That's a bit of a problem.
We can put it on the backside, on the butt.
Yeah, I was thinking of actually having a crane like one of these two hanging from the backside of it, having a giant cage with the gas.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
It
We
would
actually have
look
2 ghast
incredible.
now, so that's
Exactly.
cool.
So we can have one in front as a the cannon, and we can have a spare one in the back like you do with car tires. It's
Yeah,
totally
well,
the
some
same
ships
thing.
have like, cannons on the backside as well to keep people from following them.
Well, yeah. Also, we can actually have just leave the cage, one side of the cage moderately open, so it will keep firing at whoever comes nearby.
That's a great idea. I like it.
Great, yeah. So that's what to do with the gas. And you brought up another problem with this design that I somehow didn't think about.
What was that? I forget already.
The place to sleep.
Oh, right.
Because-
do we need to sleep?
I mean, even if not, there needs to be some privacy, because this thing is the stone one is the engine, and we don't have any living quarters on this vessel.
Oh, right. Oh, so we're gonna get very suntan. That's right. I forgot about that.
Either suntan or just freaking melted because
Yeah,
blazes. This thing is gonna be
so yeah.
hot.
We don't really know what terrain we're gonna be like boating through, so we should probably have a little bit of safety shelter on this.
Dude, this is a giant trident enchanted with Riptide. Any terrain we will boat through. This is, if any...
We just leave giant ravines at our traces, like
anyway,
cutting through
yeah.
continents. Yeah.
I mean, just thinking about it, I can expand, add another higher deck up here, and another deck back there. So I think I could potentially add some living quarters to this place. The problem is that right now it looks both kind of light on its tail and really kind of vicious with the 2 fangs it has in front.
It's like a vampire boat with like
Exactly.
a trident coming out of its mouth.
Yeah, the problem is that the fangs will have to go if we add another deck in front, and it's
Yeah,
gonna look tiny bit
maybe.
more cartoony if we add another one in the back. Oh, by the way, do you know any cool places to hide a ship in?
I think we're standing on it.
This is gonna take a lot of scaffolding.
We've already done that.
And of course, where else would you hide the ship of, dreams? But in Foxy's subconsciousness. Ooh. No, seriously, this is an actual place he built for that video on the server. Can you believe? Man, when we release the world download after the season is done, you guys gotta try to find this place. Come on, ship, this is the library and you get to live right behind these 4 blocks. There you go, good girl. Or I could just drop it right here, in the middle of the ocean. Well, not necessarily, there's some infrastructure here. This is the so-called Puffer Reef. Did I never show you this on camera, guys? I'm pretty sure I did not. It's one of those things that I just did for my own sake, kind of marked out, because I enjoy marking out maps and stuff. But yeah, I'm outie. Woo! Enjoy looking for it in the middle of the ocean, guys. And of course it would be a missed opportunity not to rename a bunch of his ships down here in his ship farm. Something that resembles the Ship of Dreams original name tag. Just close enough to be confusing, wouldn't it? Who knows, maybe one of them even is a real one. I'm just so unpredictable, aren't I? See, the point is, he'll never find out where I've hid it. Which one of these spots actually has it? Or maybe none of them have it whatsoever and I've just been messing around. But either way, he'll never find out unless he actually visits all of these spots. And I know that because they've been also randomized in this video. That's right, I have not just recorded them sequentially. Well, okay, I did. But in the video itself, they've been appearing completely out of order. So you won't even know which one of them is the last one. Which still doesn't matter anyway, because I might have reheat it after. Really, this is just to give him a run for his money. One last time before he finally gives up, gives me my stupid diamonds, and can have his stupid ship back. Although you know what? With all this trouble I had to go through, I'm thinking about doubling the price. Or maybe even like quadrupling it. Or maybe even 9ing it. So he owes me half a stack of diamond blocks or something. We'll see when he actually comes out for the negotiations. But for now, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you want to see more, do subscribe so you won't miss the continuation of the epic tale of Foxy's ship or something like that. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye. See you later.